Saturday, 11 a.m. Approval of the minutes of the last meeting, August 21st.
I approve the, I move we approve the minutes from August 21st.
You make the motion.
That's my motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. I signed this one, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Come on, do it.
At this time, we'll turn it over to Surveyor Mr. Shockley for old business, new business, Surveyor's office update.
Yeah, first thing, I'm on there, number 34 George, and HB Guilford Drain. We had the hearing last month. Tuesday, we mailed all the letters out of the order. From that, we still haven't received anything back yet or heard of anything. But we had like one person come in, want to know what it was, and we told them and they were okay, but.
Is that the one right there by Stanker's place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some people talk to me about it. I said, well, there's a lot of work done to it. It's in the red, we've got to get it built back up, then after it doubles itself, then it was fine with it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so basically, next month we'll have the certificate of assessment to bring here to have signed, so we can turn it into the auditor to have it changed next year for the taxes. And then the George Hunt drain, I just want to give you an update that we, Dean Kripe and Ross Larimore and myself met and we dyed the basement drain and it didn't come into the drain at all. Dean Kripe had dug open the back where he had some tie-ins and we sat there for like a half hour waiting for the dye to come through and never did. So his basement drain is a new one he put in and pumping it out into the backyard. So there was an old drain that they thought was the old basement drain, and I think they tied everything of that into a new septic tank, so it just went into there. And because we ran water and from a garden hose, and it just never changed how much water was coming or nothing. So we knew something.
So, but his pump was running, pumping it outside, though.
Well, no, this was going straight into septic tank leach field, so we just saturated this leach field for him that day. So. For a half hour, but so basically we're at the point of I talked to Ross and he's going to get with the contractor and have him get a little bit of stone for the landscaping. He gets it right from the stone quarry here, so going to have him get a little bit of that and deliver to him, and then hopefully at that point we'll have the petition to vacate it and that'll be done. We won't talk about it ever again, hopefully.
10 years ago.
Yeah. So then with that on the new business. No more new work orders this month, which I'm sure it's going to change here soon. We're getting close to harvest. So.
All right.
But then next thing, to set hearing rates or hearings for rate increases, we got 2 drains that are in the red. Basically, the number 51 Mepps Hamel, it's up in Yeoman. We just done a project to replace several hundred feet of tile. It had a, I don't know what you call it, like dog leg, almost like 290s put in, and it was just not doing good shape. So we replaced all that from right north of Yeoman, clear up to 875, and then we were gonna tie in right there. Well, the structure underneath the road was an old galvanized pipe, and evidently started having some problems, and somebody threw some railroad ballast or number 2s or 4s or something in there, laid on top of it, and it was just dropping down. It was about half a plug full of stone when we got down there, so we ended up having to go to the north side of the road and replace that section. We worked with the highway department. We've done the work, and then they're going to take care of patching it afterwards, so that way nobody's paying for the whole thing. And so, but basically that drain up there, right now, there's 328.688 acres in there in the watershed. Almost 17,000 feet of tile. Basically, currently it's at $3 an acre and $5 minimum. I was doing some calculations to try to get it out of the drain or get it out of the red quicker. I got up to $6 an acre with a $15 minimum. Now it'll still take almost 6 years to get out, but get any much higher. We're gonna.
All right.
I mean, didn't want to go too crazy right then, but plus we had the one. Farmer, he's actually the contractor that's doing the work. He's got the equipment, and we got his insurance and everything. He does the business laying tile for all the farmers and stuff up there. He's got the file and it's all GPS and everything. So he does real good work. So he done a lot of that for us at no charge. put the pipe in. We paid mainly for just the majority of the pipe, he even paid some of the pipe, so
Wow.
trying to keep the cost down.
Well, probably part of his farm anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and the farm that the area we went through, he's wanting pattern tile eventually anyway, so, and then that way he'll run a couple sub mains and just tie in one time on one side and, go that route, but like I said, basically right now, we're like $18,546.89 in the red, and at the current rate, it's only $1,400 a year is what we're bringing in, so it'll take 11 years to pay off, and then raising the rate, we'll get it done in 6 years, so about half the time, so that would, and then also, we need to make a motion on each drain, or Ted, or just
You
both
can
of
do
them?
the both.
Okay. The other drain's 88 James Shanks. It's up in Washington Township, up there by you, 600 east, north of 500 north, or 700 north, or something like that up in there. We had a,
The 700 north.
yeah, because our county tile comes down, turns and runs right up the side ditch of
Yeah.
the tile, and we had a tile over at the edge of the road, and it was basically all that connection right there, so a private tile coming under the road. And we tried to fix the connection, well, the tile under the road was just real bad, so we just went underneath the road to the edge and put a new pipe in there too, just to make sure we didn't have another issue. And that way, the rest of it would be the farmers to take care of, but we got that done this past spring, so it put it in a negative $3,271.91. That drain set at $1.25 an acre and $5 minimum, and it only brings in $550 a year. So I mean, it's going to take well over 6 years just to pay that a little bit back, and we had to shut it off at $2,200. So I mean, that's almost just one fix. So we needed to kind of get the rate up. So I was looking at, because there was only like 428.5 acres in this watershed, and we still got, I mean, there's like 8,000 feet of tile to maintain. So after doing some calculations, I got it to $3 an acre with the $5, still leaving it at $5 minimum, and it got it up there to where we pay it off in 3 years. And then that'll get us a higher balance. It's gonna bring in like $1,290 a year, so it'll, we can go 4 times, so it'll be over 5,000, 5,200 before we shut it all in. That'd be a little more manageable to do some repairs, so with that, I mean, we're just looking to set a hearing maybe for next month.
Do you have time to get the mails out by then?
Yeah, these drains are, that last one was 240 letters, this one, between the two of them, I think we're looking at like 70 letters, so we've already done a lot of the checking the addresses and getting the envelopes ready to mail and everything like that, so as long as the letters that, as long as these rates seem all right with you guys, and we can go ahead and set a hearing for
You guys agree with it?
at 11:15 on,
I'll entertain a motion
Either
for
16.
one at a time or both.
What was it? You repeat those rates?
the Metz Hamel, it's on the surveyor's report there, $6 an acre with a 15 minimum.
Sorry.
And then the other one was $3 an acre with a $5 minimum.
I think that it's okay. I
Mhm.
think this stuff all right.
No. Yeah, I did give you a copy of the surveyor report, sure, I think.
Yeah.
It would be October 16th at 11:15, but
Okay. We'll do one at a time.
We can do them both.
you can do both of them.
I'll move that we take raise the rates as suggested by the surveyor on drain 51, the Metz Hamel drain, as he's presented $6 per acre, $15 minimum. And then on the number 88, James Shanks drain, $3 per acre with a minimum of $5.
Second.
All right, so I got a motion and a second to set a hearing on October 16th at 11:15 a.m. for 51 Metz Hamel and 88 James Shanks. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, with that, basically mileage for the month, August was 491 miles. Part of that was due to training in Indianapolis, so that's a trip down to Indy. Then surveyors, the money we received from permits in August was $425, which puts us at $27.75 for the year. We are down, figure about $600 roughly from last year at this time, just with the rates and everything, there'd be more building or stuff like that. But I know we do have a couple people looking at putting ponds in, and there's a permit involved in that, so hopefully maybe that'll bring us back up there soon. But other than that, this next meeting's October 16th at 11. Been pretty quiet this month, thank goodness.
How much money you have in for your new vehicle?
And just over 30,000, between 30 and 31,000.
Have you checked with Mag Chevrolet, see what they can do with that kind of money?
No, I haven't yet. I just,
I think you can get a plain Jane base for that, couldn't you?
might be able to. I mean, I can look into it and I'll give you an update next month.
You need a full size?
No, I think you might have like a Canyon or Colorado, something like that. That's why I've actually looked at a couple of them. Just going pulling up some websites or their website and like Manson, some of the dealers.
Yeah, 'cause I think we're gonna be starting sinking a lot of money into that old machine.
Yeah, it's starting to. And plus, yeah, next year they're not increasing any of my budgets on that. So, from what I hear anyway. So,
Yeah, they cut his fuel budget in half.
yeah.
What?
They cut his fuel budget in
Or they
half.
gave me the same as this year, but I've already,
I think I'm half.
it's $750 for the year. But yeah, yeah, and I suppose they're talking gas is gonna go up another $1 a gallon or anticipate next year, so.
Yeah.
But I
Depends on
had,
who gets in office, I guess.
Well, maybe we'll be looking at EV.
Yeah, let's get our county surveyor stuck out there where he can't plug in.
yeah. But, yeah.
Have to run a generator and make his car go.
Or get one of those engines that'll run on corn, I can just. give
Stop
it
and
a
chuck
corn.
some. That'd be theft.
Yeah. but,
Surveyor caught for stealing corn and run his vehicle, council's too cheap to give him money.
I'll bring the camera.
Yeah. But no, other than that, I mean, it's still getting by right now. I mean, it made it to Indy back, and I'm going later this month to French Lick for annual conference. So, yeah, down there. So.
On the Larry Bird land.
Beautiful down there.
Yeah, it is.
That's where I go fishing. I go down to West Falls in that area to go fishing crappie. I haven't been down there in a couple of years. All right, anything from the public, Deb?
No, I've already shut my iPad off.
What about the reporter, Deb?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Entertain a motion.
Move with your.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.